Hey folks, welcome back to Abundant Life Homestead. Finally got a day without wind and rain here in Indiana. I'm going to try to get some work done, namely getting this tree that fell in the winter out of my yard. Need to cut it up in pieces that are manageable for the tractor. To do that, we're going to try out my new Kobalt 40v max 14-inch chainsaw. Now this isn't a paid promotion or sponsored review or anything. Truth be told, I bought this with my own money because I wanted it. Reason I wanted it because we had one before. You might have seen it in my older videos. I had an older version of this saw. It's right here, the 40v 12-inch version. This was one of Grandpa's saws, and he left it, and I've used it for years. It's been a great saw. And when the electronics finally gave out, I figured, you know, this thing more than paid its dues around here over the last several years. So wanted to try to get another one. That, when the electronics went bad, the battery was still good. In the meantime, I have found a used hedge trimmer at a yard sale. Ended up not working, but had a good battery. And then I found another used hedge trimmer at another yard sale. Hedge trimmer was good and the battery was good. So all in all, I've got a brand new saw, 3 chargers, 4 good batteries, and a hedge trimmer for just under 300 bucks. Can't beat that. So I haven't put this saw to wood yet. I got it out of the box, I got it assembled, got it oiled up, ready to go. But wanted to wait and share first cuts and first impressions on video. So let's get started. Figure we'll start out with some cuts down here on the smaller end. Then the main log we'll probably cut into just a couple pieces, something big enough for my tractor to drag back to the campsite. And then that's probably all we're going to do today. Once we got a couple more logs from this tree laying here. Once we get all that out of here, that'll probably be the end of it. I've got other things I want to do. I'll set up a HF transmitting antenna out here. This tree was originally going to hold my antenna. I'm glad I didn't build an antenna with it yet because, well, it came down. And I'd be starting from scratch anyway. So let's start working on this log. Easy cut in the beginning here. Oop. Battery's in. Huh. Okay, there's something. I didn't read the instruction manual. Apparently got to pull the lock back to start the saw. The older version didn't have that. Let's see, I'll cut back here first. Make it about firewood size. A little slow response with the trigger. Takes it a second to start up. Not really used to that. Between the old Kobalt and the corded saws I have, they usually go right away when you pull it. This one takes about a second before it starts moving. Okay. good enough for those. Cut just one more piece off of this, and then we'll go down to the other end. So far, so good. So, I just made several good-sized cuts and realized that my camera had shut off, so I'm going to have to tell you what happened. First, I cut this end off. Just see how to do on a little piece that didn't have the pressure on it. Did pretty good. This was about a 14-inch diameter piece. Did stop halfway through. This incredibly wet poplar gummed up the bar. If you've never cut poplar before, you know how that is with this stuff. It's really dense when it's wet, and it can get you gummed up pretty good. So we did stop once, cleaned out the bar, had at it. Came over here, made a plunge cut, handled the plunge cut all right. It did bog it down a little bit. We pulled back, finished the cut. Came to the other side, cut off this little bit to get it out of our way. Worked the back cut. It did the back cut all right. I almost got pinched. Didn't move fast enough, but now I may have to roll this out of the way, do another big cut, just to have one on camera. But for now, we're going to come down to this end, cut all the little scrub branches off of this, just so it's easier to drag and doesn't dig any ruts while I'm dragging it. Alright, get this little crap off of here. This way, so I got one back here I want to get on. Alright, we'll fire up the tractor and roll this out of the way. Let's make a bigger cut here and hope the camera cooperates this time. Now this is wider than the bar. This is going to be about 16, maybe 18 inches. So I'll start on one side, plunge down in, leave me a hinge at the top so that it doesn't pinch me. Cut down through. We'll probably have to stop somewhere in there and clean out the bar. This does have a lot of that poplar crap in it. We'll probably have to stop about halfway and clean out the bar. That's alright. That's normal for this. This wood. And then we'll go to the other side. We'll back cut back up, make sure she handles that, and then be ready to start hauling stuff back to the campsite. Just put out a little steam, but didn't get gummed up that time. Let's go to the other side. Get down in here for the back cut. Where's she at? Right there. Go. Nice clean cut. Stuff is kind of pretty when it's cut. What did we end up with there? Oh yeah, about an 18-inch diameter at its widest. Not too bad. Let's get this stuff out of here and get it to the campsite. Well, there it is. Got to try out my new saw and finally got that poplar tree that fell this winter out of the yard. First impressions, I like it. It's a good saw. Definitely going to do its job. It handled some big, tough cuts as well as the small ones. Definitely not a 660 Magnum, but I'm not 20-something working in a log yard anymore. Didn't check battery, see how much we actually used just in those cuts. These batteries have a nifty 4 lights here, and you hit a little button to see how much charge they still have. Still has 2 bars, so that took about half a battery to do that. And this is one of the older batteries. I haven't even charged the brand new battery yet. Don't need it yet, so I don't know how much life this battery has in it. It's the one that used to be in here. Comparing the two of these, this one's a little bit heavier, probably by a good pound and a half. Bar's a little longer, but it ain't just in the bar. Body's a little longer. That's probably one thing I don't necessarily like. Just the front of the handle is, I mean, you got a good 2 or 3 inch difference, so it sits back quite a bit further, although from your hand guard to your handle where the trigger is a lot shorter on this one, so different position, takes a little bit more to get used to. Probably the thing I like the least about it is that wait time after you pull the trigger. Just about the time you wonder if it's dead, the chain starts spinning. That's going to take some getting used to too, but I think it's definitely going to do its job. I've used Kobalt tools for many years. I expect it's going to last a long time, like this old saw did. Give us several years of use. You'll probably see it again, I'm sure, with me using it around here. And I think in the future we'll charge up the brand new battery and give it a full battery test, see just how long it'll last from start to finish, how many cuts it'll make on one full charge. But that'll be for another time. I've got other things to do today, and right now I kind of need to rest. My health still ain't the greatest, but I'm getting there with that. So appreciate you watching today. That's all I got for you. Appreciate any likes and comments. Give me your thoughts on the saw. If you use these, or if you use a better one, that's fine. Let me know about it. And if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe. Follow along with all our little comings and goings of our homestead here, especially with the tractor. I know that's everybody's favorite. it didn't perform as well as the saw today, but I kind of knew going into it those logs were a little too big, and I didn't even put that on camera because that really wasn't what we were featuring today. So you'll see a lot more of it if you stick around. Otherwise, that's all I got. So appreciate it. Have a blessed day.